All right, I made this, just made this jar over here. Got a fresh bat pad. I want to put a lid on it. Got a lid with your name on it. That's not what Nikki says, but like, you know. So I got this fresh bat pad, just lifted it off. I can reuse it. Check this out. Fresh water on top, nice and flat. Spin off some extra with some high speed. Same thing. Groove it. Next bat right on top. Downward pressure, a little like wicked, wicked, wicked. Cool. Get that slip off. Pot won't stick. All right, bat pad's ready. I'm gonna throw a lid. I'm gonna throw it upside down, so it's gonna be like a thick base. Then it's gonna flare out and have a little flange on it. In order for it to fit, it needs to be the same diameter as this guy over here. So I'm gonna use these calipers. These are specially designed for pottery. They can give you an inside dimension and an outside dimension, the same size at the same time. Pretty cool. And you set these up so that point goes right in the middle, and you know the max distance, like the max height of width, diameter, geometry. I know geometry. I took that in 9th grade. That's right. So that's the inner diameter. So if I put a flange on it, the flange needs to fit within here. So this will give me how big my flange, the max my flange can be, and I kind of want it pretty close so it doesn't like rattle around in the pot. So like that's what I'm shooting for with my flange. I'm very careful not to like squeeze this or throw that measurement off. I'll carefully set it down where I won't bump into it, right over there. So let's see if this is enough clay. Prepped it earlier. Let's not get it stuck here. Plop it down. Did you see that? Did you see how my hands like, I had my hands like, they were pretty thin and then they kind of spread out as the clay got bigger? Let me see if I can show that to you again. So when you cone up, ready? Here we go. And then they expand because they get full. Oh yeah, plenty. So this one doesn't need to be super deep because it's just gonna be like slight dome with a flange and then like a little knob. So the knob's gonna be in the base down here. I'm gonna carve that when it's really hard. When I trim it, I'm gonna carve it out. So this is just gonna be like a slight curve, like a very shallow bowl. I need to make sure that I have it. So like that's about the width my flange needs to be. So it doesn't need to be super large. Gently put those back. So it's starting to take shape. See if I can try this. Using that nice 90-degree, gives me the little edge, and this becomes the flange that's going to sit inside that pot and keep the lid from falling off. So the design I'm going for is based off of a Roman storage jar. It's okay that the lid overlaps. So the lids should be wider. I'm gonna try and get some of this clay from the base down here. That's pretty close. It's pretty good. I like that, all right. Kind of lean over, look at it. Just gonna take this little rib, get that to angle in a little bit, just ever so slightly. That looks nice and solid, pretty strong. Clean the inside. And now I got a lot of clay down here, which I'm going to need to trim off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and reduce later work by squeezing this in, connect my thumbs just for a little stability. Slowly, slowly. Let's try this. So that's a lot less that I have to trim off because I've just done it now. Same thing as before. Cut it off without cutting off your circulation. Oy. Lift up one corner. There's your lid. It inverts, sits right in that guy. And we know it because we measured it with the calipers. So There's your jar, there's your lid. This could work for a teapot and a lid, anything with a lid. That's one way, that's a way to do it. Got it? So if you're gonna make a teapot, there you go. If you're gonna make a storage jar, there you go.